Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. John Owen talks about sports and movies. Thank you for checking out today's video. I always appreciate the support. Let's get into it. So, I just got out of watching Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and when I say that this film is a masterpiece, and I'm not even sure that you can qualify it as that, I truly mean it. I'm going to get into my thoughts, but this film is just immaculate. Every positive attribute and adjective you could attribute to something, I've got to give it to this movie. But make sure you leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe so you never miss out on any of the fun. I'm issuing a spoiler alert, so if you haven't seen it yet, make sure to save this video and come back so you know nothing's ruined. You can enjoy it for the first time yourself. And you come back and see what you think about what I have to say and kind of what lines up and what doesn't line up. But without further ado, we're gonna jump into it. I don't think I have ever watched a film that put me on the emotional roller coaster that this film puts you through. From the absolute jump. Now, let's put some context to this. I'm very sensitive. I cry very easily in movies. But from the jump, from the title sequence, where it's usually like flashbacks from all the MCU films or whatever, but it's just the Guardians, and it's the very first scene we see with little baby Rocket. Oh, tears from the jump, from the absolute jump. And I did not stop crying the rest of the film. You were either crying because of something really emotional or you're crying because of the absolute hilarious joke you told. But I cried for 2.5 hours watching this movie. Legitimately, at every turn, there were tears in my eyes. James Gunn really said, if I'm going out, I'm putting the baddest heifers on the floor. We're not putting no scrubs out there. He really just put every single thing he had into this movie. Every single ounce of his creativity, every single fiber of his ingenuity went into making this film, and you can just feel all the hard work everyone put in to make this movie give what it needed to give. I simply don't have enough words for the amount of emotional turmoil you'll go through in this movie. I can't prep you if you haven't watched it. I can't prep you. I simply cannot prepare you enough for how much this movie will absolutely rip your heart out and then put it back in over and over and over and over again. And just there's no weakness to the film. There's nothing where I'm like, oh, I would have changed that. There are no flaws to this film. Legitimately, every single character gets the time to shine. Every single character experiences growth. Every single character has a defined, clear role in the story, and they execute that role to perfection. And you know what? Honestly, the story is not really that overarching or spanning. It's highly personal. We have to save Rocket's life and then stop the man, the high evolutionary that's caused so much problems. But it's not like this big, wide galactic, oh, the galaxy's going to end if we don't stop the high evolutionary. No. It's not like that at all, but I think that's what makes this film deeply personal, because it's not about saving the galaxy. It's not. They're just saving their family that they found. Found family trope, an excellent trope. It's a great trope. That's a reason that it gets used a lot. But I think this movie and this franchise probably uses it the best out of any piece of media, probably ever. Maybe ever. I mean, obviously, I haven't seen like every single piece of media, but found family is a very big trope. And I have yet to see someone use it better than the Guardians franchise in general, but specifically this movie as well. Just everything that they've been setting up since these characters were introduced gets so wrapped up in this big, beautiful, messy, teary-eyed bow. No one dies like I thought they were going to, which was probably good for my own mental health. But it doesn't mean they didn't make you sweat for every single character, every single part of the gang. Um, and it's just, oh, I just can go on and on and on about this movie. Makes you laugh, makes you cry, it makes you mad, it makes you anxious, it makes you sad, it makes you sentimental, it makes you every single emotion you can feel on that spectrum is exhibited in this film. Every single one, without fail, without fail. They're all represented. And I think it's so hard to pull that off in a movie. I think it's hard to convey one of those really, really well, or a few of them really, really well. But to convey all of them so expertly and so well is an absolute credit to the amount of artistry that went into making this film. The action scenes were really good. The music's great as always. But it's just an insanely personal story for the Guardians that I think that's why I'm so hooked on it, why I'm so sold, is because it's so intimate and it's so personal. There's nothing being set up here for, future movies. Not really, like there's no like big plot implications of like, oh, well, if this happens, whatever. No. This movie is truly about the Guardians and Guardians alone. And I think that's so special and so rare, especially in this universe. But it's a connected universe. I don't blame the other films for doing that. But I think when they have the opportunity to be so intimate and be so personal and be so enclosed within itself, and then they take the opportunity and they capitalize and they execute like they did, I just have to give credit where credit is due. And it gets me really, really excited about NCU going forward and just about movies in general. This is the type of movie that makes people fall in love with movies. I'll state my claim right now. This is the type of movie that if I was how old was I when Civil War? If I was 14 again, if I was a 14-year-old looking for something to truly, deeply, passionately care about, and then go to the movie and I watch this and I'm just encapsulated about what filmmaking could be. That's what this movie could be to someone. Every movie can be that, but I really am confident that this movie could be that, and that's why I'm so excited about it, and I feel this way about it because I know how impactful this movie could be on someone like another movie impacted me like that. This could be someone's Captain America Civil War. For me. And so I want this, I hope this movie means a lot of things to a lot of people. The Guardians of the Galaxy mean a lot to a lot of different people. And I really hope that this movie can, because I think there's a part of all of us, or I think there's at least one part of this movie that every single person can look for and can identify with. Every single one, even if it's a big galactic scale and, they're doing crazy things, there's this pure connectedness to the human spirit that this film embodies. And I just cannot give it enough flowers just because I'm so moved by it and I resonate so deeply with this film. It's incredible. And I don't even want to dive into plot specifics because I want you to experience that for yourself. It's just, there's just this horrific, Rocket's backstory is horrific, but yet he overcomes and he perseveres, and Mantis overcomes, like wanting to find herself. She wants to find herself. Nebula projects and she's just angry and mad and she overcomes that. And Star-Lord and Rocket both stop running from their problems. They overcome that pain and that trauma that propelled them and has led to a lot of their downfalls in their life. Gamora learns to open up more, and Kraglin overcomes his fears, and like it's just there's a part of this movie that every single person I truly believe can resonate with because of how well it connects to the human spirit. And I'm not saying that just as fluff. I don't say these things about other films because it doesn't apply as much. That doesn't make those other movies not great films, but this movie is just something different. There's something different about it. There's something in the water of this movie that is incredible. And I want everyone to go out and experience this movie. I want everyone to be crying from start to finish, but for all the different reasons, but they never undercut each other. There's no really dramatic moment that's cut from underneath it from a joke. This movie executes humor and sadness and pain and joy and innocence all at the same time, all wrapped up in this beautiful 2.5 hour movie that is truly unlike anything else I've ever seen. And I know I'm probably a little raw right now. I just got out of it like 40 minutes ago, but I mean what I'm saying in this video. I'm not just pushing the fluff. It's not even like the Guardians of the Galaxies have been my absolute pinnacle favorite movies in MCU. I love both of them, but it's not like, oh, the 5 original Guardians are my 5 favorite MCU characters. It's not like that, but this movie just does such a good job of relating to you. Whatever you are and what you're dealing with and how your life is, this movie identifies with you on an insanely deeply personal level. And I think it's immaculate that they were able to do this in a superhero movie, but at the same time I feel like it's the only way you can, because you can drum up the dramatics in a way that you can't do in other genres. This movie is highly serious and hyper funny, and you know when I hear people say, oh, superhero movies are jokes, this movie cannot be included in that. This is cinema, Martin Scorsese. They're not amusement park movies. Whatever you want to. This movie is just. It's truly, truly, truly impactful, and dare I say, probably a generational type event. I know like the hype's not there like there was for like Infinity War and Endgame and stuff like that, but as far as just like a kind of a viewing experience, this has got to be one of the best theater experiences of my life, just because of how insanely well they balance every single emotion and get it right. Whatever formula James Gunn cooked up to make this film, it was incredible. And it's just, it truly is this joyous, sad, emotionally wrecking masterpiece that will have you feel every single thing you've ever felt in your life all at the same time. And it's beautiful and it's wonderful and it's fun. And it'll just leave you starstruck like I am right now. Overall, I can't really put into words how special this movie is. Every single thing about the film is so well done and immaculate. It is truly unlike anything I've ever seen before. As the end of the Guardians as we know them, I am damn glad this is how it went. A perfect end to a stellar trilogy, rating infinity. It's an effing masterpiece in every sense of the word. But thank you guys for checking out this video today. This one means a lot to me. It really does. I don't say that about every video, but this one means something to me. So I appreciate you guys checking it out today. Make sure you guys check out the link content, like, comment, subscribe so you never miss on any of the fun. And I really do appreciate every single one of you that watches these videos and allows me to have this platform and things like that. I truly means a lot to me, and hope every single one of you does great.